Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Direct Sports Daily. I'm your host, George Bennett. With me is my co-host, Robert Gluck. And today, we're going to be talking about sports video games. Now, me and Rob, we're gamers in a sense. Probably not as hardcore as some people.
No.
Like, we're not logging on, like, playing League of Legends every day or something like that.
Nope.
But we do like our 2K and some other franchises out there.
Yeah.
We'll get down on some Madden every now and then.
It's mainly sports for me. It's literally mainly sports at this point for me. So.
But I have an Xbox One. You have a PlayStation 4.
Yep.
I actually also have a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the Electronics Entertainment Expo and the EA Play event, which went down a couple weeks ago. And in it, they gave us some new information about Madden 18. I think we'll start with that at the EA Play event. So, a few things about the Madden 18. Tom Brady is the cover athlete.
About time, by the way. Weird.
I don't think it's necessarily. I think it's more like Tom Brady didn't want to do it.
Well, that's what. Yeah.
Up to this
maybe
point,
that's the only.
They probably asked him
I would
numerous
hope.
times.
God, I'd hope.
But you got back-to-back Patriots on it. Gronk was on in 17, and everyone's gonna bring up the inevitable conversation about the Madden curse. So.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, let's not.
It's not a
Moving on. Long shot mode is the new feature within Madden 18. They've billed it as a cinematic sort of mode in which it's more of a playable movie is how they're describing it. Some of the inspiration that they got for the mode, they said were Telltale games. You know, the people who make Walking Dead and
Batman and stuff.
You played the Game of Thrones one, didn't you?
I did, and honestly,
we both did.
Yeah, they're super fun. I couldn't get into it a lot, but it was super fun.
Really buggy.
Yeah,
I liked them.
It was intriguing. A different type of. I liked it.
But that's sort of what they're going for. They also mentioned Uncharted, and I know you've played Uncharted before.
I finished Uncharted. Yeah. It's the first video game I finished in 5 years.
They're sort of going off those as sort of their inspiration. What do you make of Long Shot?
It depends how they do it, to be honest.
They got some heavy hitters in acting. How do you pronounce his name? Masahara Ali?
Oh yeah, he's amazing. From
I'm not. Forgive me for butchering that. He's from House of Cards.
And he just
won an Oscar for Moonlight.
Love that.
So
guy.
that's a pretty
That's
big
legit.
time
That's
move.
crazy. It doesn't surprise me. Madden's got a lot of money. It just depends. It really just I gotta see it. I gotta play it. I want to say about that mode in particular, like what I was just said earlier. Like I'm mainly video game sports person now. Like that's pretty true. It's really hard for me. Like, and I'm not saying like games are bad or worse than when I was younger. I just think
games
it's my
are bad.
Okay. Like, oh my god, what a weird moment.
Sorry.
What are we talking about here? I'm not saying games are bad. I think I've just in my life matured or whatever. Like I don't play as many video games where it's action.
You just don't have as much time.
Yeah, I think you need more time. I think if I had a lot of money and a job where I could play video games and with the story modes, I would probably do it. You're right.
Yeah.
It's just time, and if I have less time, I sit down and I play a game where I'm just playing a basketball game or a football game. So, but I'm getting a little concerned. I don't want to get far away from that because that's what I like is sports games.
My thing is, I like the idea of this mode because it sounds like it's going to be completely separate from you create a character, play out a career with that character. And one thing we were talking about earlier today, in fact, before we started recording the show, is the story mode in 2K. There's no way to get around that, and it's not. It's like I don't want to have to watch these cutscenes and whatnot every time I want to create a new character. A lot of times I just want to create a new character, start my career, and live out the fantasies that my lack of athleticism never would let me live out in real life. Like creating
It's close. God, I'm there.
It's like I just want to make a guy that's 6'3", and can do whatever he wants because
that's what I mean. I feel like video games, because of like the really big games with millions of online users and the people like live it, and that's fine. Like whatever, live it, love it. That's cool. I got weird stuff that people would make fun of me for, but and think I was nerdy.
Oh yeah, you do.
I'm kidding. I'm awesome and very cool in every way possible. I just don't want. I feel like NBA 2K had that, and then they want to make it where it's like more immersive and there's more to do. But I'm just getting a text every game from my mom, and all I want to do is go buy new shoes or upgrade my dude. Yeah, like literally every game, your mom texts you after every game, and you have to go in and read it.
I don't care about like the guy's relationship with his girlfriend or something like that. It's like sometimes I just want to like. I just want to like tear up John Wall, like
try to get just want to crack the starting lineup. Like
it's like I just want to like unseat Eric Bledsoe as a starting point guard. Sometimes it's like
just told me you never did it. I know.
No, they would always put me in as shooting guard, and it would never work out. But that's another story for another day.
That's a later argument we're gonna have about this game.
But I like the idea of what EA is doing. They say a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, you ripped off FIFA's The Journey." But according to Madden, they've been working on this for about 4 years now. You play as a static character. There's a full story for it. Okay. You play as a former Texas Longhorn. I think you were a 5-star prospect. And it's like you play through flashbacks. So I know they showed some gameplay with Texas versus Oregon. Apparently, you don't actually play any NFL games in this mode. It's weird.
Ever? Really?
Yeah.
This is a strange mode.
Yeah, we don't know the full details of it yet. Okay. It could be extremely disappointing, but apparently Ocho Cinco is somehow involved. Gruden's quarterback camp.
What?
Apparently, there's choices to be made, multiple endings.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, so it definitely has some replay value. Hopefully, this isn't too long of a mode. I don't see this being something I would want to play for more than like 6 hours.
Yeah.
At the most, like if it takes me more than like 2 or 3 nights to complete this, it could be.
This better be like they finished the game play on football and made the gameplay amazing and tweaked stuff, and then they're like, we should do this for when you get bored, because everyone gets bored playing a sports game eventually.
The sense I'm getting is that a separate team went off and worked
like
on
a different
this.
production, whatever team. I hope, because that's. I think we've both talked about Madden 1,000 times in our, since we've known each other, because we want to like it. I've told you I'd buy it every year, and for the last a good 5 years, and I just can't remember farther back. I haven't liked it.
I was extremely disappointed by Madden 17. Yeah. I really liked Madden 16, but I think that was just because I didn't buy Madden 12, 13, 14, or 15.
Yeah, and I played them all.
Taking that break from it, I think
just came back to it.
Yeah, it helped a lot. It's like once I played Madden 11, I just refused to give in to the annualization of it.
Yeah, the roster
updates. Really, the only reason I got it now and going to get it is mainly just to talk about it on the show.
Yeah, we like playing.
And I hope it's fun.
Yeah,
and it's
I think they need to work on the gameplay. They've got to take a little note from 2K to me and make it a little bit more, because anything that can be corrupted to where people can if you play online. I've played online. I don't know if you ever have.
I hate playing online. I feel like online gaming communities are just toxicity personified.
They are, but any game that can be cheated into, like a sports game. 2K, I don't think there really is that. You just get good because you play a lot. But these guys, audible, and then somehow there's a guy wide open because they figured out whatever audible, and they know because
they find out how to manipulate the AI.
Yeah, I don't think they.
I feel like that's just something that happens when you're talking about 11 different pieces of AI you have to program for versus.
I understand it might not just be possible,
5.
But I just want them. And I remember playing. We've talked about NFL, Sega, or whatever 2K when they had that.
Oh yeah,
that was such an amazing gameplay experience. As far as it felt more realistic for some reason. I don't know, because it's been, my God, so long since I played that game.
I actually have 2K5. We got it right over there. We got to play it one day.
We'll play it, because I remember having way more fun with that than I ever had with Madden, because I don't know, whatever reason it was more realistic as far as on the field, or at least they made it feel more realistic. I was getting tackles with Brian Urlacher. Now you give me I don't know,
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack, I'm not going to do anything. Or I'm going to get like 9 sacks, but like there's no in between where I'm just in every play, I'm getting a sack and maybe force a fumble. And if I'm a linebacker, no matter what, I'm not doing anything. Like that's straight 3 tackles and like
I somehow just get blocked every single time.
Yeah.
It's like the the offensive linemen sometimes pass up my teammates just to go out of their way to block me.
Yeah. I would like call straight plays where my 2 defensive tackles are going to be like, that's the whole reason. And then I'm still getting blocked. I'm Luke Kuechly getting just put on my butt. And I'm like,
and then like they make a play like 3 yards in the backfield.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, why? Like, why are you? It's like you're just getting picked on.
Yeah, it is. It really does. It feels like wherever I am, I don't have the ability, or even I can't learn it. And maybe if I played,
maybe we just suck.
Yeah, like maybe if I played forever, but maybe that's what 2K did. Maybe they had a good system where even if you had on whatever setting, you could feel like I'm not the worst person. Like
that's another thing I want to bring up. 2K, God, I am sick of 2K.
I love it.
I'm sick of them because like the load times, and the fact that it needs to be hitting the servers, pinging the servers. I think that's what takes so long.
I think so too.
And it's like I remember when Xbox One was announced, they talked about this always online, and I think this is what 2K does.
Yeah, they try to be like go to your park and play with your friends.
I don't do any of that. It's like I would rather like just have an option like this game never connects to the internet.
I would too.
I'm downloading a new roster or something like that, and
it's what it used to be. Yeah, that's what you.
And it slows everything down. I'm not playing anyone online. Like I said,
I don't want to.
Communities are toxic. I don't need to be getting cussed out by like 12-year-olds.
9-year-old who's gets to stay home all day, play. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And God, where's that person's parents? I couldn't imagine like sitting like in my bedroom just cursing up a storm like in my parents' house. Like to some grown men. Like
I would have done that when I was like 18.
If I did that now, I feel like my parents would drive up here and like just whoop my butt.
My mom heard me swear. She'd just give me that eye, that mom eye, and be like, "Sorry, mom, I didn't mean to." I swear.
But let alone like some of the hate speech that gets.
It's crazy. The hate on anything internet-wise eventually gets corrupted as far as like.
That's probably another topic for another day.
But you're right in like what your underlying thing is that it makes you connect to this internet because it wants you to feel. Because again, I think it goes back to like that. That's I think those games make so much money because they're literally nonstop. And we work with a guy who plays, and that game's probably 4 years old, and they just do some updates. He pays monthly, and like that's. Like these games where you're just living your life online, again, it's fine. But if you don't have the option not to do that, it kind of annoys the casual, like, I want to get on this play 2 hours.
I'm a huge, like, franchise mode guy.
Franchise
mode.
Like,
that's what I grew up doing. Like, I can't even tell you how many fantasy drafts on, like, Madden 06 I did.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty embarrassing. I used to spend whole summers, like, every, 2 weeks, I just fantasy draft a new team. Play through like 5 seasons or something like that. Make it free agent moves. That's the kind of stuff I like.
Oh yeah, me and my friend would straight up do. I can tell you we've done 2 drafts in this, like within like an hour because we did it. Got towards the end, and we were like, I missed Mike Hart. Like he was. Can we just start over?
Actually, I did a fantasy draft in 2K earlier today. I ended up with like Andre Drummond and D'Angelo Russell as my
that's pretty good.
Top 2 players. Like
Andre Drummond. That's kind of weird actually.
I had the 33rd pick in the first round, so it wasn't. I was scraping the bottom of the barrel as far as superstars.
It's funny. This was like 2 months ago. I got like lost interest in 2K because it was not, and I started doing the drafting. And you have to pick in the first you have to get like LeBron or Kevin Durant to get have a good team.
Yeah,
you just have to have one of those top 6 guys, and Anthony Davis. Or if you think because you probably put together a good team, I'd guess like all 70, high 70s, 80s starters. Doesn't matter. You have to have like LeBron or Westbrook. I know.
I had Oladipo too. It was a solid team.
That made that mode not fun because I felt like I put together a really solid Pistons, team, 03 or whatever, Pistons team, and I still just got blown out eventually in the playoffs. I went 40 and 40, 42 and 42.
But 2K actually wasn't at E3, but they're never at E3.
They just do the same thing.
Yeah,
they're kind of getting that Madden mode. I think Madden's kind of coming out of that. It sounds like we need to change it up. People are kind of Madden takes a lot of hate, I feel like, yearly, and it feels like it's louder and louder. And 2K, I feel like, might be reaching where they're like just doing the same thing, where Madden was 3 or 4 years ago.
As 2K starts to stagnate, we see NBA Live is coming back. They took what was it, a year or 2 years, maybe off. But you and I, we played NBA Live, the last one that came out, for about 5 minutes.
Rough.
It was terrible.
Weirdly, like the graphics are bad. The game.
The animations were horrendous. It felt slow.
Yeah.
It didn't feel intuitive, like the controls or anything like that.
They give you that stupid stick, the move stick, which like is too easy. Like 2K is too hard. Like anytime I do a move in 2K, I just drop the ball.
Yeah, I don't even bother using the stick. I just shoot with the buttons.
Yeah, and then in NBA Live, I felt like anytime I use that stick, I was like Rubio, like drop in and I could burn anybody because you can do like center cross. You really
just said Rubio? Like that's the name you go for?
Well, I was trying to pick a bad player, like who shouldn't be able to do that. Like if I was Kyrie and I'm out doing like 3 crossovers and a spin move, that's realistic. But having Trey Burke out there doing that, and you can do that in NBA Live, is not what any Trey Burke should look like.
But NBA Live is also going to have a feature similar to what 2K has. Theirs is called The One. It's the sort of single player mode. It was very confusing to me, like watching their presentation on it. I still don't know entirely what it is. They're pitching it as sort of, you got to play on the streets too and get your and that helps you play.
You go like be Uncle Drew or something.
and like your play on the streets helps you in the league and like you gotta build up your rep.
I'm getting suspicious already. I'm getting so suspicious already. That sounds ridiculous. Just make a separate game called like NBA Street, which I know they did years ago. Just bring it back.
Oh God, that was so good.
Just don't try to do smash them together. It's gonna be weird, probably. I don't want to see NBA basketball looking like street basketball.
Yeah. So I think that's all there really is to say about NBA Live. But things that weren't at E3, there was no NHL shown there. I think they had maybe some press releases afterwards.
Okay.
FIFA 18, they talked about that. They're bringing back the Journey mode.
I heard it was
you
good.
play FIFA.
I didn't play the Journey, but FIFA is. I love FIFA. It's one of those games I have to play with friends. Is the only issue. Yeah. And I don't all my friends, like it's hard for us to get together. So that's the only problem. But it's such a fun game, and it's like it feels authentic and stuff. So, yeah.
Your brother play it?
Yeah, we were
talking. Maybe you could play online.
I know. With him. Well, the last one. My friend Matt, our friend Matt, Matt. He bought 3. He was at he went out on Black Friday or whatever that's called. And texted off, was like, I'm picking up FIFA. It's like literally $20. And he's like, you guys want it? Like, we should all try to play it out. We were all like, oh my, this is the best idea. And we never, ever even once did it. Ever once.
It's kind of like us. Like, how many times have we been saying we should have a Madden in 2K?
Yeah, I know. Just like, we did it once, and it's so fun whenever you do it.
Yeah.
We had like a few drinks of water and played some games, and it was so much, but it's hard to get the time, and then when you have the time, we're tired, it's adulthood.
And FIFA also announced it's coming to Nintendo Switch, one of the first big major third-party titles to come to Switch, so
that's huge.
You can take FIFA on the go. It's not going to have all the features of the normal mode. I think the Journey mode is not in there, but just being able to take that thing wherever you
want. Would be amazing.
That's huge.
Sign me up.
And then, it comes with 2 controllers, And you can just, anytime you want, just take it with you to a friend's house, hand them the other Joy-Con controller. I think this is huge for both FIFA and Nintendo.
Yeah.
EA and Nintendo, this collaboration I think is very big. And just to wrap things up, no NCAA.
I can't even. You know what's funny is there's going to be kids almost already, who are middle schoolers to maybe even early high school, who won't even know why we're so sad. Our whole generation, starting with, my friend Matt, even my brother, who's 38, down to probably you're probably about the bottom. The best sports game.
Yes.
And everyone loved it. The recruiting was spot on, create your player stuff.
I know there's some people who were screaming and their screens right now yelling Chell or FIFA right now.
No,
I don't care.
no.
NCAA, it was by far the best sports game.
Just such an amazing experience, and I wish they could figure out. Did you? I know you did a little more research than I did. Is there any like the distant horizon?
As far as I can tell, like this is more so like a time thing. Like I everything points to us getting one next year. Like to me, because everything legally has been resolved.
Yeah, the abandoned.
But I think from the time that happened, I think that happened like what was it, like maybe December, November. Like it's not enough for a full development cycle to have happened. And you gotta think they gotta assemble a team. They gotta like try to find as many people who work on the old game as they can to sort of transition
and all that.
And it's like they're gonna obviously bring some people from the Madden team. It's like they gotta build a brand new engine.
Yeah,
this is a lot. I think
new games take forever. To get put on a new. I don't know anything about video games. I know like when a new video game is getting made on whatever engine, it takes forever if it's from scratch. That's why Madden they dish them out because they're already kind of built.
And they probably cycles through multiple dev teams.
Yeah,
like
I'm sure.
And there's probably one team working on Madden 20, another team working on Madden 21,
I'm sure you're right.
Madden 19, and I think we'll either see NCAA 19 or NCAA 20. I think
you have no idea.
The most optimistic, obviously, is 19, and I think that might be a little too optimistic, but I think 20 is about the latest we'll see. Like I think that this is definitely like EA has talked about it. They want to bring it back. They know the fan base is ravenous for it.
Imagine
there are so many mod communities on NCAA 14, like updating the rosters constantly. Like you could play like with Leonard Fournette on LSU and that whole US LSU team, and it's like unfortunately I don't have an Xbox 360 anymore,
I never
and it's not backwards compatible on Xbox One.
Right,
but
we're hoping. I mean, anything that makes like much money, no matter, even if we didn't know, like if you hadn't done some of this research, money. I mean, like it makes money. It's gonna make a ton of money. It will crush. I think it'll crush like other sports games the first year it's back.
Yeah, the first year it's back, it'll definitely do numbers.
Like I think you have like weird lines waiting at GameStops and wherever. You know.
Definitely.
I'll be one of them if they don't. If I can't get on Amazon, I'm gonna be fighting somebody in a line. That's how much. And I don't wait in line for anything. I've never. It's a stupid idea to wait in line, but I would do that for NCAA football. I miss it. I miss it so much, man.
Yeah. Hopefully it makes a comeback, but that's about all the time we have for today. I want to thank everybody for watching and listening. This has been Direct Sports Daily. I've been George Bennett. This has been Robert Gluck, and we'll see you next time. If you like that video, check out some of our others, and hit the subscribe button to keep up to date on all the latest uploads from Direct Sports Daily.